who made everyone around her laugh. She loved living life to the fullest, and she was tough. She was a girl who knew how to be happy when life put her through various adversities, including death. Good evening, fellow Toastmasters and dear guests.
Good evening.
My cousin Lily, who was born a few months after me, was my soul sister, my best friend. We could spend hours doing nothing and yet have the best times of our lives. We were inseparable. We were so close that everyone told us we should have been twins. She believed in being strong and that smiling was a way of life. She hated Justin Bieber. And she used to answer true or false questions using a flip coin. So this one day, when we were back in India on our vacations, I and Lily had decided to do the most important thing of our lives, shopping. We went to this mall where we tried on everything we could. And yes, we did take a lot of selfies with all the awesome, expensive clothes which we obviously could not afford. Later, we went to a fancy restaurant where we had dinner. As we were having dinner, she told me she was not feeling well. I thought she caught some flu, as she usually gets sick when the climate changes. The next day, she told me that she noticed a small swelling in her armpit and said that it could have been some kind of allergy. Time passed by and I had to leave India and come back to Bahrain. A month passed by when I received a call from my cousin. And as usual, we talked for a very long time. But that specific day, she told me that she still had that swelling in her armpit, and it was now somewhat like a lump. As we were talking, she also revealed that the area near her breast was hardened on her skin. Now this got me worried, and I insisted that she had to tell her mom, and together they should consult a doctor. I never thought that she would ignore it, which is what she did, thinking that it could have been another allergy or some kind of problem, but mainly because she was too shy to talk to anyone about it. A few days passed by when my mom received a call from my aunt saying that Lily had fallen sick and that she was admitted in the hospital. I called up my aunt and asked her how my cousin sister was doing. It was then that she burst into tears, saying that doctors had asked them to get a mammogram for Lily. Mammograms are X-ray exams of the breast. I comforted my aunt, saying that it could have been another test and that Lily would be doing just fine. It was after I got off the phone that I started Googling the symptoms of breast cancer and the symptoms which Lily had told me about. It was then that I knew that the lump she had told me about was actually a tumor inside her body. I was left devastated, shattered. I was hopeless upon knowing that. I couldn't think right. I kept praying and crying out to God, and asking Him that I was wrong. The next morning, as I woke up, I overheard my mom telling my dad that the doctors confirmed Lily had actually had breast cancer. Imagine waking up to those words. My whole world fell apart. I was left hopeless upon hearing that my best friend, my little sister, is now fighting for her life. Within a week, we were back in India, but this time at a hospital beside my best friend. I overheard her screaming and crying from chemotherapy. It is a treatment which is given to kill cancer cells. And I was there when the doctors told us the unthinkable during the third week of her chemo. Lily's cancer was in her 4th stage, and she just had 2 more months to live. I watched my aunt sink to the ground in a shock, and my uncle, who always appeared to be tough, burst into tears. And so did I. We were all left speechless. We were hopeless, but we knew we couldn't do anything about it, so we left it into God's hands. The last few months of her life were quite a struggle. Yet Lily did not give up her optimism and her determination to fight cancer, to stare down on cancer and its effects. She was so strong, she basically looked at death right in the face and said, "Bring it on, I'm not afraid." Ladies and gentlemen, since her passing away, I wonder if I had only known the symptoms of breast cancer, I would have taken her to the doctor earlier, and who knows, maybe, just maybe, the tumor could have been treated. All I want you is to be aware of the symptoms of any cancer before the unfortunate takes place. We all have mothers. Some of us have sisters, some wives and daughters. It would kill us if something like this happened to them. A little knowledge would never hurt. Because who knows, even among the people sitting